Thailand, a land of beauty and mystery. From golden temples to dense forests hiding ancient secrets, every corner of this country is filled with stories. But behind the smiles of its people, among the village alleys and vast rice fields, there are tales passed down through generations. On certain nights, when the sky is dark without a moon and the wind blows cold from the forest, those who are sensitive can feel something unseen. A faint whisper, the scent of blood, a red light floating among the trees. In the remote village of Ban Nong Klang, people still believe in the existence of supernatural beings. The Krasue, a terrifying entity that floats through the night, leaving its body behind while its head flies in search of fresh blood. No one knows for sure who could become a Krasue. It could be someone they know, someone who lives among them. And tonight, the legend becomes real once more.
Abang kenapa? Pucat macam mayat.
Kamu harus keluar dari desa ini sekarang.
The village of Ban Nong Klang is surrounded by vast rice fields and dense forests in the distance. Its people live off farming and raising livestock, leading simple lives deeply rooted in tradition. But lately, the village is no longer at peace. Every night, livestock are found dead, their bellies torn open and their blood missing. Dogs bark at the forest for no apparent reason, and some villagers have reported seeing a red light floating above the trees. An old village shaman, a John Boone, begins to sense something is wrong. This is not just a wild animal, he tells the village head. This is something far worse. On the other side of the village, a young girl named Suda begins experiencing strange changes. Every morning her body feels weak, her throat dry, and she often wakes up with red stains around her lips. Maybe I'm just too tired, she thinks. But the strange dreams begin to haunt her. She dreams of floating in the air, soaring over vast rice fields, inhaling the scent of fresh blood. She hears voices whispering in her ear, calling her to a dark place within the forest. And every time she opens her eyes, the sun is already rising. A farmer named Precha is the first to witness something unexplainable. As he returns from his field late at night, he sees a human head, its eyes glowing red, its intestines dangling like living roots, floating in the air. He runs home, his breath heavy, his body trembling with fear. The next morning, he reports the incident to Ajahn Boone. The old shaman begins a small ritual at the village temple. With candles burning and ancient chants, he tries to read signs from the spirit world. Then in a low voice, he says, "The Krasue is among us." Fear spreads through the village. Everyone begins to suspect one another. Who could be the Krasue? Could it be a neighbor? Someone they had known all their lives? Some villagers start hanging red chili peppers and garlic in front of their doors, traditional methods believed to ward off Krasue. Others prepare makeshift weapons, hoping to protect their families from the horrors of the night. But the night still comes, and the Krasue still hunts. In the village barn, a young man named Chai decides to stand guard. He wants to know what is truly happening. With a knife in hand and a lantern nearby, he waits. The night air grows colder. The wind blows gently, carrying strange sounds from afar. Then he hears something, a soft rustling like the wings of a bat. Chai sharpens his gaze. Through a gap in the barn, he sees something moving in the distance. A head floating in the air, its intestines dangling like living roots. Its eyes lock onto his. The creature clicks its tongue, its lips curling as if sensing something delicious. Then in the blink of an eye, it rushes toward Chai at terrifying speed. Chai runs, crashing into a pile of straw and falling to the ground. The creature hovers above him, extending its long tongue. Chai screams. His voice wakes several villagers. People rush out of their homes carrying torches and knives. They see the creature, and they know the legend is real. An old man throws red chili peppers at the Krasue. The creature shrieks, thin smoke rising from its skin. It retreats, then turns and flies away into the forest. That night, everyone knows. The Krasue is among them. The next morning, Chai finds something that leaves him speechless. He follows a trail of blood left from the previous night. The trail leads him to a small house on the edge of the village, Suta's house. Inside, he finds the girl fast asleep. Her neck is red, as if it had just been separated from her body. Chai steps back. He wants to deny it, but he knows the terrible truth. Suta, the girl he had known since childhood, is the Krasue. That day, Suta left the village. She disappeared into the forest, away from the people who once loved her. The villagers believed she was gone forever, but Ajahn Boone knew better. The Krasue never truly dies, he said. It only moves to another place. On certain nights when the moon disappears and the wind blows cold from the forest, someone in another place may begin to have strange dreams. Someone may begin to wake up feeling weaker. Someone may already be changing into something they never expected. And in the distance, in the darkness of night, a red light will float once more, searching for fresh blood to feast upon. Because the Krasue will always return.